Hello friends and enemies, welcome to, or back to, happy for now, it's me, Isabel here, your host of Romancelandia Monthly, and we're back after a month hiatus. Listen, there was not quite enough stuff in June for an episode, and I had a lot going on, so I just couldn't quite manage to make the schedule work. And it's been a very quiet summer. This is me knocking on wood, because I don't trust it, and we've got some categories for you on today's video. I'm hoping to keep this not too long. I did have to edit some things in and out and all the places. Some stuff went down and some stuff that deserved your attention. And I think to kick this off, we're going to dive right into some of the Instagram and TikTok ridiculousness that happened in June and July that I'm just going to quickly summarize because I think they're hilarious. Two things of note. Don't go talk to these people. Don't engage with them. That's what they want. You don't need to do that. We can all just giggle about this, okay? June had my two favorite things on Instagram. Boycott smut, because this lady prayed about it and said that God does not want you to read smut, and it's the worst thing you can do. So, boycott smut. That's the thing you need to do. This is like a screenshot of her post. But this honestly, like, for me, just proved how steeped in purity culture a lot of people are and how much they just want to be a martyr. So yeah, boycott smut, I guess. You know, whatever. Read what makes you happy, y'all. But my second favorite Instagram thing in June was, because it's Pride Month, we're gonna read Rainbows for Jesus. You sweet baby angels. We see what you're doing. And that's fine. And I'm not going to share their post because they don't deserve attention in any capacity for this. Along with the fact that, honestly, like, you just told me who I don't want to follow, you know? Like, if I somehow was following some of these people, I was just immediately like, cool, off the list. I don't think I was, but it's a nice quick check through, you know? But yeah, in protest of Pride Month, we had Rainbows for Jesus in June. And I had never seen this before, and honestly, I kind of cackled a little because I was just like, of course. But again, with the boycott for same family of things. And the third good giggle I got from TikTok is that there was a author who writes fantasy books who told us, everyone that reads smut, that we, and I'm using their wording obviously, we have a sex addiction. It is the same thing. And he was rightfully asked for proof that didn't come from his church, and there was none. Yeah, that doesn't exist, so it's fine. I personally was just I giggled my way through all of these. I was like, this is actually kind of hilarious. Like, no joke, this is kind of hilarious to me. I love a man who is gonna tell us that smut is a sex addiction, because it's just funny to me. Because you've obviously never read a romance book if that's all you think is in these books. And it's a fun time sometimes to be like, these are choices we're making. On to the other fun thing, and not really fun. We're going to talk about C.R. Jane for a minute here. So this is an author I actually only recently had on my list. I actually had one of her books checked out when I got messaged about this. C.R. Jane posted to her Facebook group for her readers 1-star reviews of her books. So people, rightfully so, were very uncomfortable with this book called Pucking Wrong Number because it had like a stalker romance in it with no content warnings going in. It didn't really clarify any of the contents. So here's one of them where she's like, "Dear person, I said red flags in the blurb," laughing emoji. Another one is like somebody saying to get help. You know, and she's saying like book boyfriend should have all the red flags. She also goes on, like, in the comments of these to kind of basically fault people for needing trigger warnings. And I think it's just really uncomfortable as a reader to be in an author's group and watch them trash other readers' reviews of their book. We're all entitled to a different opinion on a book, and I don't think it's the place of an author to take their 1-star reviews. It's their choice to read them or not. But they should not take those reviews and then go post them in their reader group to allow readers to then go find those reviews and make comments, or vice versa. Or honestly make it to some of the readers who maybe had struggles with this book, though she's a dark romance writer, feel devalued. I personally would be deeply and am deeply uncomfortable with her actions. She did delete the post, so that is good. She also did say she's working to address the trigger warning issue, so that I appreciate as well. I still probably will never pick her books up. I may, I don't know. But currently I am still so uncomfortable with the fact that she took people's bad reviews and like didn't turn them into a marketing thing. Because like that would be fine. Authors do that. I've seen that done well. But instead took them to her readers and was like, look at these idiots who didn't understand my books. But hockey romance is huge right now, and people are picking up things they don't realize are going to be a stalker romance or are going to be a dark romance. And I don't think the description of that book honestly gave me full like this is a stalker romance feelings when I read it. So just like that this is gonna go dark. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really uncomfortable with it. I think it's a weird time. I just think it's a weird thing, and I just wish authors would do better. And I think it's a just kind of a reader be aware situation here. Because, you know, sometimes you like an author and then they go do things like this and you think, I mean, I've never read her, so I don't really have any stake in the game. But it makes me go, you know? Especially as someone who also reviews books. Next, we have a thing that happens, I feel like this happens once every year or two. And that is that AC Adams, a sapphic author, is outed as being a cishet white man who was pretending to be a lesbian. And I've never read their books, but I wanted to put this out there because I think it serves as a reminder that you don't always know who you're talking to on the other side of the screen, the computer, the text. Blog post on somebody that was a victim of theirs. And I think it's just really sad. They also then used their sapphic platform to promote their other works, which is kind of how they got figured out. But this has happened a few times before, and I just think at the end of the day, it's one of those things that's just really depressing to me that like people do this and I don't get it. Like I don't understand why, and I never will because I'm not somebody who would ever do this. So just be aware. Some sad news, Julie Garwood did pass away. That is the author of things like The Bride, The Prize, The Secret. Julie Garwood writes some fantastic historical romances. She's definitely a classic, a pioneer of the genre, and will be deeply missed by a lot of people, and I was just really sad to see the news. Then we have some Bloom book acquisitions, as I've been like, kind of tracking them in Romancelandia because I think it's really funny. For everyone I'm excited about, there's always somebody I'm like, really? That one? And that is Tate James. They are publishing some of Tate James's books, / republishing them. Tate James, for me at least, is an author I won't read because she went after a reviewer, and I have one rule for myself, generally speaking, and that's don't cross those boundaries. I don't want to read your books if you're going to harass reviewers or harass people who don't like your book, because that's just not cool. Like, it's just not cool. And more fun news, at least, we do have a new line from Harlequin, which is called the Afterglow line. These have some really cute titles. I'll throw them up right here for y'all to see. I'm really excited to see how these do. I love Harlequin books, so I'm always excited to see new things from them. And it looks like we'll be getting 2 new titles every month, so we'll see how this goes. They've definitely picked up some authors I'm already aware of and have been curious to read. Also, in other publishing house news, we got a new Avon logo. So Avon just changed their logo. This is the old logo. This is the new logo, and this is gonna be weird for a while. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be weird because I would go to bookstores that did mixed genres, and that's one of the logos I look for is my Avon logo. So it's gonna be a change. I don't hate it though. I don't hate it. Next we have Harper Collins. Harper Collins updates. Okay, so 2 things here. Harper Collins did a bunch of layoffs, which normally I wouldn't really cover, but I do want to cover this and mention it because in those layoffs they laid off the chair of the union. So I'm just telling you this now, so if you're not already following the strike on other platforms outside of Twitter, or I guess X now, whatever, go do that and just be ready, just watch. Let's see what the union tells us to do as consumers. But for now, I just kind of wanted to throw the flag out that, hey, something's happening over there, and we need to just be slightly aware of it. Next, we have AI art. So I'm just lumping this into one thing. So Elsie Silver defended AI art on her Facebook group and then deleted her take. I'm disappointed. And then Kerrigan Byrne like quadrupled down on AI art on Instagram. She has been posting AI art of her heroes and basically said that she doesn't care. You know, she thinks it's a great resource for authors and she'll deal with when her work gets fed into AI when it happens. I'm so uncomfortable with this statement because we cannot be mad at AI when it takes and steals artwork from people to create these artwork mashup things it's doing as a writer when it takes your words and makes a book for you. That is not okay. We should not be having this conversation with people in the creative arts. I firmly believe as a writer, you should be upset that AI is stealing other people's artwork and plagiarizing it if you would be just as upset at someone else for plagiarizing your work. I'm saying it's the same thing. We have to be careful with AI and how it progresses. That is part of the SAG strike happening right now and the writer's strike. Like, we need to be careful how we handle these things, y'all. And part of that, being careful, is not using AI art to promote our books. But, you know, I was just really disappointed to see this, to be honest with you. I am disappointed every single time I see an author defend AI art, to be honest. And when they cry because their books got fed into AI and spit out as another book, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. If you're new, you don't know about Dana Islay, but a while ago, Dana Islay really stepped in it and basically, like, it was a shit show of, like, plagiarism and bullying and all these things. I'll link to that Romancelandia for you down there. But Dana Isley's back. She has a new pen name named Ivy Jackson, her cowboy romances. So she's kind of been hiding this on her Ivy Jackson pen name at the very least, but her other pen name, her name, she's fully just, like, showing off this book, Burned by Ivy Jackson. So I just wanted to give, like, PSA, y'all, she's back. If you haven't heard, Amazon made some changes to their search, and basically right now, if you try and search for certain books with adult content, aka most romances, it seemed to be the target of this, you may not pull up your book, like if it's just general Amazon search. So the biggest tip I've seen is to, 1, go to the Kindle store and search, and 2, sometimes searching by the author's name will pull the book up. So give that a try if you're having issues. I've noticed this a little bit, but I've had this issue before with certain books that I like, so I've kind of gotten used to having to go dig it out, so to speak, of Amazon's search engine, because it's been hidden for being erotic content, and even though these books, like, are the furthest thing from that, so just so you know. We have some bookish event coverage discussion. Steamy Lit's coming up. I will be there. I will see you there. If you're there, say hi. Hair shorter, and this will be colored. I'll have my color up, like, right before I go on the event so you guys can see it, but I will be there. Say hi if you're attending, obviously. But Book Bonanza had quite a shit show of some bad behavior. There were people, like, screaming at authors because they couldn't get special editions they wanted. They sold out and think they're entitled to them. We had Nisha Sharma posted a video on TikTok about how she got some racist comments at her table, and it's just, y'all, I know we were in our houses for like 2 years, and I know we didn't get to go to anything, and I know that brought a lot of new people to the reader space, but I just need you to remember that it's okay if you don't have every version of your favorite book. It's okay if you miss out on a thing. It's not a big deal. It's a book. It's gonna be okay. It is not life or death. You do not need to act like you are entitled to something just because you want it. And, you know, I'm really hoping, like, fingers crossed, hoping that the Steamy Lit event is, like, really chill and we don't have this. But I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'll let you know. Don't worry. I'll let you know what I witnessed. You know, when I went to the Makeup Polycon that was at the end of July, we saw a lot of behavior like this as well. And then it sounds like last Polycon in the spring was better. So I don't know if this is just because it's like the second Book Bonanza back or what. But I just think, or how Book Bonanza's, some of this might have to do with how Book Bonanza's organized. I'm not going to lie, as someone who's attended it, it felt very, the energy's different. That's all I can say. But I just want to note, like, everybody's there to have a good time and meet authors they love. Don't ruin it. Please don't ruin it. But also, like, don't be shitty to authors of color either and, like, make weird comments. Their books don't exist to just educate you, and that's not their job to do. When I saw Nisha's video, I just kind of felt like screaming. Externally and internally. All the screaming feelings. But yeah, let's show some compassion to others when we attend these events. And if these things scare you or make you nervous, I really can't recommend small events enough. I have had so much fun at the smaller events I've attended. If you're looking for one, feel free to drop your area in the comments, and if I know of any, I'll let you know. But I mean, most of the ones I know are I know one in Kentucky and one in North Carolina. But yeah, there's some fun options out there for smaller events. So just like keep an eye out on authors you like and see where they're going. All right, last but not least, this is a quickie. This is like live as it's happening. Like I'm filming this and this video went up today. Jessie posted this amazing video about a take on Instagram about hot guys in uniform post and how many cop books were on this list. Here's the post. And uniforms are fine. I'm really indifferent. But some of these are military romances, some of these are pilots, some are firefighters, and some are cops. On my channel, we know I'm pretty staunchly ACAB. I don't read cop romances. I think I might have to read one this year, and I'm not happy about it, but I kind of have no choice. This creator though, what got me, and listen, don't go comment on this post or interact. I think it's interesting because she got called out by a smaller account and then in response basically attacked that smaller account and told them they were bullying her. She's like 40K on Instagram. No one's bullying you. But also, over on Jessie's channel, I think you should go watch this video because it's spectacular. It is a little bit longer, but I think the deep dive done here about what these things mean and how reading is political when you're reading certain things and posting about it, especially visibly online. I think that's, look, the video is great. So just go watch that. I don't think I need to cover it too in depth here because of that video existing. I just feel like I can send everyone there. Go watch it. For me, like I said, I just think it's really hard to have a platform and not say reading's political, especially a platform of 40,000 people. The poster's response definitely was to be comforted and coddled, which lines up right into a lot of white supremacy and other things. So if you want to be racist or just not inclusive, like just say it. Like it's fine. People that care will leave and people that don't care will stay. Like, just say it. It's fine. Just commit to it and say it. So that is everything for this last 2 months, Romancelandia. I will have 2 shorts up at /TikToks, whatever, wherever you want to watch them, about a couple things I didn't cover in this month's Romancelandia, which is what I'm going to start doing, I think, because sometimes there's some little things I want to talk about, but I don't feel like they're worth a time slot in the whole video. Also, just like, I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to try this. So we're trying it. Let me know what you think. But watch out for those. They'll be up the same day as this video, as well as, you know, more good things coming your way very soon. I would love to know if you think I missed anything. And if you don't want to do that, you could also let me know what your favorite, like, just kind of silly Romancelandia drama has been lately. I would love to know. I really would. It's my favorite thing. And if you don't do that at all, you can leave me a sunshine emoji because I opened the window just enough in here and Miss Millie is sunbathing to her heart's content and I am so happy for her. It's her favorite thing, but she can do it inside right now because it is so hot. Also, sun because it's so hot. I don't ever want to go outside this week. Like, if I can not go outside for the next 2 weeks, golden, y'all. We will be golden. But yeah, that's everything. I will be back to talk to y'all in just a few days with my next video, which will be my August reset. And, you know, we'll see you there. Bye, y'all.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we wait.